Welcome back to Normies After Dork, your one-stop shop for all of the internet culture you never asked for. So the last video we did was we watched Thanksgiving, which is like a B movie about a killer turkey.
Yeah.
I didn't say that sentence wrong. You'll just have to go see the video. Check it out.
Yeah, really.
It's super funny. But in the midst of that, we started talking about the Great Emu War, which was a real historical event that took place in Australia, and Spidey didn't know about it.
An actual thing.
I've never really dived into it, so I thought that that would make a good follow-up video. So today, we're going to watch a couple of video essays from Extra History channel. Go check them out. They make really good video essays. And yeah, we're going to learn in depth about the Great Emu War. What happened?
Yeah, what is going on? Why did they get a mark in the historics?
Like it's a sore spot.
Yeah,
next,
you bring it up
next time you meet an Australian person, just be like, so what's up with that?
The emu
what's
war.
up with that war, dude?
It's gonna be like my grandma lost her leg in the emu
This
war.
might be their 9/11.
Right.
It's like, never,
we don't talk about it.
never forget. I mean, we lost to birds. Like, subscribe, comment down below if you know about the Great Emu War, something that wasn't mentioned in this video. Check out some of the other content, and let's get into it.
October 1932. George Pearce, Australia's Minister for Defence, was faced with two questions that would define his career. One, could a group of farmers from Western Australia get their hands on some machine guns? And two, could they shoot them at some emus?
Oh, okay.
Defense
Wow,
Minister.
right,
Alright.
straight to the point.
So that was
Yeah, they're asking.
that was the Parliament docket that day. When I first heard about the Great Emu War, I was like you. I pictured like a battle, like a slaughter, like a just emus just killing
just
people
strewn
left and
about.
right.
Like, why are they still around?
But I guess it was more of a population control effort. I guess emus be fucking, dude. I don't know.
No way.
They're wild, and I
How
think
do they lay eggs? Emus lay eggs.
yeah, they're like
Wow.
baked like ostrich-sized
Yeah.
eggs. So I mean, they're dinosaurs.
Yeah, they
they're
are.
literally dinosaurs.
Velociraptors.
So I think they're gonna go into it a little bit, but like the emus were like starting to take over farmland and just like setting up shop, and so
That's right here.
yeah, so that's where we are. So this was the first politician that was just like, should we just shoot him? Like,
Can we just bang out?
what do we do?
This defense minister, at that moment in time, answered them with a quick and enthusiastic yes. He would be the first man in history.
Okay.
Fuck.
The farmers went and asked.
How many steps did it take to get here, man?
I just imagine how many there must have been. And we know they lost.
Yeah.
Until 1932, nobody ever really thought to fire a machine gun at an emu.
Why would you?
I know,
Is the
shocking.
question.
In Australia, the big bird even shares pride of place with the kangaroo on the nation's coat of arms.
Oh.
Did they lose a war against the kangaroos, too?
As an
Oh, whoa. Okay, no, it was on their like flag and shit.
Like emus came here
wow.
and rapped hard, bro.
Okay, so this is like farmers in America being like, can we shoot at bald eagles? Like that? Okay, so this was like, there's a cultural element here. Okay, that's why nobody had thought about it. But like,
Yeah, the machine gun.
But everybody was thinking it, because the first guy to say it out
Like-
loud, everybody was like, yeah!
They're like, yeah, but there's a lot of emus. Should we like
Let's
poison?
fucking kill them.
Should we do some poison pellets? Nah, man, that'll hurt my cattle. And he was like, well, damn
Yeah.
it. All right, well, let's
Yeah, maybe they should have had like a decoy farm with like poisoned crops.
something for them.
You know, they weren't.
There was just too many. They're like, yo, we gotta murk these fucking emus.
The science wasn't there yet.
No.
I don't know. That was their national
on the nation's-
bird.
After the First World War, Australia made its returning servicemen a deal. See, it was sitting on 24 million acres of land, and it wanted to sell or lease that land to the returning soldiers, setting them up as farmers.
Smart.
One catch, though. That land was awful. The most desolate parts of a very large country. There was actually one more deeply disturbing catch. Of approximately 800 Aboriginal men
Damn.
who served in the war, only 3 had applications approved under the settlement scheme. In fact, some of the land was even taken from Aboriginal reserves. So, if you were an Aboriginal soldier, you actually had a better chance of losing land than gaining it.
Oh.
And you know, that's just
Damn.
something to keep in mind.
Good old racism. Right after the war, too.
Okay, so the emus are a metaphor for karma.
Right. Yeah.
Turns out they deserved it.
And if it isn't the consequence of my own actions.
That's just, boy, that's just kind of how the world just progressed, huh? eventually somebody just gets their shit taken, and then it's just like, all right, new history books.
Right. And nature's just like,
never happened.
right? Squat.
Okay, yeah. Essentially, man, think about like there's probably at least one entire civilization that just like we don't know anything about because it was just erased.
100%.
You know,
Yeah.
there's got to be at least one group of people somewhere in human history that there's literally nothing about, but they existed. You know?
That was the wildest thing to me. At one point, I forget what it was, like second or third grade, and we had learned about like Martin Luther King and all that stuff. And there was this one like white kid I was sitting next to, and he was just like, "Oh well, yeah, no," like just dating how far back they had like documented their family. I was like, "Yeah, no, I can't do that. We actually can't do that because slavery." So it's like wild to think. Like, history is always erased.
Yeah, man, it's wild. Okay, so that puts a different spin on this story,
right?
Bit. Okay. Kind of a dick move.
800 black dudes came back from the war. 3 of them got land.
Kind of a dick move there, Australia.
A standoff was coming, and it would have happened, except for one thing. Actually,
the
more
emus.
Like 20,000 things.
20,000? What? How?
20,000 rowdy emus.
Not rowdy.
20,000 is a lot, but
that is a lot.
Is like I'm trying to. Yeah.
It's a big population of a lot of emus.
That's a lot of emus.
The way he's talking about them, I feel like they all came with like leather jackets on.
Yeah,
like leather jackets in there.
The way he's talking about them, it's like they're mobbing 20,000 deep always.
Right, someone's got a keg with
and
them.
the numbers are only growing. Like
they feel like tailgaters.
Like I'm picturing like those medieval encampments, like right before a war. You know, like they're just chilling.
Looks like Burning Man out there. There's a bunch of emu.
The average emu stands 6 feet tall.
Shit.
And stands for nothing. Of course, but they stay on the move in packs, scouring the land for resources like a marauding band of pirates, and that they run
God,
shit.
30 miles an hour.
Bro, you don't want this thing coming after you.
Do you know who the Useless Farm is on Instagram? It's this lady that just has like this farm of like rescue animals, but they're like all kinds of animals.
And her emu keeps coming in the camera?
No, that's a different one.
Emmanuel, do not do it. Emmanuel, don't do it. Emmanuel!
That's a different one. But this lady has an emu named Karen. Anytime she turns around, the emu rushes her, and she like has to like stop him at some neck.
Karen started this petition last year, and she's still really upset that it hasn't caught on. Listen, we've been over this and over this.
Yeah, that's terrifying. It's mostly legs. Bro. It's just legs.
Yeah, and those are claws down there.
Yeah, no, it's a dinosaur. This is what dinosaurs kind of probably were, just even bigger.
They had never seen emus in numbers like this before. 20,000? That was a national emergency.
Maybe it was a mob of 20,000.
It literally was.
Like a farmer's like outside, like the sun's coming up, and then just over the horizon, just like,
my God, the day's come.
That would be a terrifying sight if you just
they're dinosaurs.
Yeah,
20,000.
I'm having a hard time visual. Well, I guess like
it would look like a sea.
An entire NFL stadium of just emus. Okay,
can you imagine what that sounds like?
There's the visual. Yeah. What do emus sound like? Okay, Google. What does an emu sound like?
Emus make a variety of sounds, including deep, booming calls. These are often described as sounding like distant thunder or a foghorn.
What? That's a chicken.
Bro, that's sick. That is fucking scary.
What? Yeah, 20,000 of those?
Dude, oh my God, it's just a bellowing coming.
Yeah, okay, I would,
fuck out of here.
My mind would also go to machine guns.
Yeah, we need guns now.
A coalition of Campion wheat farmers made a direct appeal to the Minister of Defense, George Pierce. He was also, importantly, an elected senator for the state of Western Australia. Although the federal government of Australia was only 30 years old, the state of Western Australia had for some time been agitating to leave. The
Oh,
state
I didn't know they were split.
by self-governance. The government had failed to give any meaningful financial aid to the wheat farmers of Western Australia after putting them there in the first place.
Yeah.
This overture.
Okay. Wow.
Sold them
Okay.
bum ass land, and we're just like, nah.
So there
you
was
got
an
it.
East Australia and a West Australia?
I guess at some point, I don't know if that's still the
And
day.
they were both independent of each other? And this guy was like, no, don't.
Or I think they wanted to be, and
Don't
they were trying
assimilate.
to do that. And
But
he
this guy
like,
was
no.
campaigning against.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, why would we work together? No.
Yeah.
That's
And then they're like, look, we need guns. And he was like, yeah. That'll get the vote.
it's always the division, isn't it? It's always just dividing people into just two groups and getting them to hate each other.
But I
And
tell
they're
you what'll
so
get that
good
vote.
at it. They've been doing it throughout entire human history. Guys,
All of the history, everywhere,
we're all on
apparently.
the same side. We all want this. We all want lower rent. We all want, just a better life, better working conditions.
Yeah.
And I
Free
promise you, getting rid of the 100 trans athletes that exist in this country is not going to do
It's not
that.
gonna do it,
It's
no.
that I'm pretty sure that's not. I think we could try a few other things before we ban trans people. I feel like we could try a few more things before.
Or at
that.
least we should.
Yeah, you know. Okay, this is a lot more nuanced than I thought. Like this is good. This is like really building a picture of the time and like the where everybody's like emotions and shit were at.
Yeah,
Like,
like the atmosphere,
this is a great
feel.
video. We're gonna link both the videos in the description. Go check it out on your own time because we're gonna be like cutting through this.
Pierce was eager to provide a show of force, although he wasn't going to pay for it. The farmers could have the benefit of 2 machine guns, but those guns could only be used by soldiers from the Royal Australian Artillery. The state government would have to pay for the transport of those guns, and the farmers had to arrange for the soldiers' accommodation.
Wow. Yeah, he politicianed that one
Yeah.
real well. Yeah, boy, that guy
Yeah.
was a smooth talker.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, I get it. Your land is bad, and you guys are getting paid.
All these birds.
How about a couple of guns?
Yeah, I give you 2 guys.
No, you can't touch them. You can't hold them. We're gonna send 2 guys to shoot them, and you're gonna have to pay for it and feed them and house them. And,
Yeah.
and just
But it's just 2 guys.
yeah, we're not paying for shit.
It's only 2.
Wow.
Put them in your homes.
Damn.
It was an official military operation at a price, but one the farmers were willing to pay. Emus, by contrast, Pierce sent the farmers of Campion 2 Lewis guns with 10,000 rounds of ammunition.
Wow.
And those guns were under the command
you
of
thought a
Major
bullet apiece was
Meredith,
gonna do it.
who was supported.
10,000 rounds. He said
For 2
500,
guns.
550 rounds a minute. So that's like 5 minutes?
But yeah, I mean, if you just
A little
pop the
less than
trigger.
5 minutes.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
are
yeah,
they all
They're
standing,
gonna have to
like,
like
in a
reload
room?
and stuff, but I'm saying like doesn't feel like a lot of bullets.
No.
For there's
That's
20.
not enough. You're not gonna one-shot kill all these emu.
Yeah.
It's a very small head.
What's funny about this is they sent 2 army people to shoot the guns, which is smart. They're trained.
Yeah.
But like they convinced the farmers to pay for this, and what are they all doing? They're just like,
He said the state pays for it, and the farmers just have to house and feed the soldiers.
no. He convinced the farmers are the state.
Oh.
So yeah,
Well.
they paid for this. They literally paid for
that's
this,
funny.
and they didn't even get to shoot it. They're just like, "All right, you got it, Jerry?
All right.
Yeah, you got it, Mac."
Good luck. Good luck there, buddy.
Nor
Or no.
or nor.
2 other soldiers, McMurray and O'Halloran, plus, usually, a cinematographer.
Yeah, because you got to film that shit.
Meredith's plan was to herd the emus together for quick killing, because while his Lewis guns were powerful, they were cumbersome and not easily mobile.
Yeah, I think they
Attempted to
overheated
shepherd
pretty
a couple
easily,
dozen
too.
Emus, but the birds were not so easily corralled. The flock split into smaller groups and fled, running away at 30 miles an hour.
Oh my God, they're just gonna like naturally have like attack formations or defense
Right.
formations. Like they just know, like, and it's just like instinct.
Yeah,
Like,
they're running in zigzags to avoid being hit.
That's crazy. They're just gonna. Oh man.
I bet the emus know you don't have endless bullets.
You
Like
can't-
they're just gonna weave until you're done.
You can't fuck with nature. You just can't fuck with nature. Will ultimately win.
Meredith's guns downed a couple of targets.
A
To emu
couple?
around. He needed to start making bigger moves. So he planned an ambush at an emu watering hole. And this time, 1,000 emus walked into his trap.
Oh,
but when
damn.
Meredith gave the order to fire, the machine guns jammed.
No.
typical Lewis.
Right?
Jamming at the worst times.
Damn, that sucks.
Okay, yeah, maybe. Yeah. He said 2 guns. He said
Yeah.
2 guns and a camera. Like, that'll do it.
By the time they cleared the jam, engaged the enemy, and held their breath for the dust to settle, the vaunted tools of modern war had killed only 12 emus.
Out of 1,000?
I have a feeling that when they got these guns, they were like, they must have been so confident, like, this is gonna be easy. You guys want to do some practice shooting? Just like, yeah. There's no way these guys weren't like wasting
Just
ammo.
popping off.
Like, shoot more carefully. Like,
Right, I'm
like,
definitely going to be killing 2 with
you don't
one
have
bullet.
to hold it down, just burst. You know, like Call of Duty wasn't out
Bro,
yet. They don't.
no,
you know,
not at all.
their stats were trash.
They had no idea.
They
Their
don't know
bullets
about-
weren't even traveling that
They
far.
were not able to 360 no scope. You know.
Well, no, they said what it was 880 meters was the range, 880 yards. That's
Yeah, but at
Yeah,
that
it's
point,
half
like
a
if you're
mile
aiming
almost.
this way, the bullet could be over there. Yeah,
Yeah, it's true.
It made it 800 yards. Sure.
4 were wounded, sure, but undeterred by the bullets lodged in their surprisingly tough hides, most managed to escape.
What?
Meredith
Bro.
couldn't believe
Wait.
how much punishment.
They just ate the bullets?
Yeah, what do you mean? They just got hit. Like
They
I
just
was thinking,
ate the
their
bullets.
bodies their skin's way tougher.
They're meaty.
But when his men did manage to shoot one, most of the birds seemed to just take it in their stride. So much so that it was taking an average of 10 bullets to bring down
Damn.
a single emu. If we had a
Bullets.
military-
Yeah, so 10 bullets per emu.
We needed almost 200,000
20
bullets to come out
times
here.
20,000. Yeah.
200,000 bullets.
That's why people were like, you guys wanted machine guns first.
You know what? This is damn near on brand for Australia. Everything there is too big. It goes too hard. It should not.
They were just praying and spraying, dude. Like,
Yeah,
they
they
were,
didn't think- they were thinking one bullet would do it.
They were not taking it seriously. Australia, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, what's
That's
wrong?
Crazy.
You know what? It's like all the
I
animals
wonder-
figured out that y'all got fucked up by emu, and they were just like, yeah, we can all live there.
I really
Big
want to
spiders.
know more about this, but like from a native Australian. I want to like interview somebody.
Someone's just gonna be grizzled with a cigarette. Like,
Now you've done it.
no, you want to know about the war? Huh? Emu was just like, bitch.
12. They
I'm
killed
outta here.
12 of them.
And they were the weak.
That would be humbling.
Yeah, out of 1,000,
That would be humbling to
Like, you
shoot
guys-
into a crowd of birds.
I don't think we
and
did much in the
most
war.
of them, like, and hitting them too. It's not like they were missing. Whoa. Okay. Emus are. They just have like a Wolverine healing factor.
Dude, they're just tough.
There's only one way to kill an emu. Shoot him through the back of the head. But Meredith would have to catch them first.
Yeah.
Giving up his ambush tactics, he mounted a gun on a truck and
Yep.
chased the emus down. But the birds were still faster, and the ground too bumpy for the gunner to shoot with any act.
You know, I don't think these guys knew what they were doing.
Not at all, bro. They were just winging it.
Shoot them. Just get a rifle. Just get like a more accurate. You gotta. I mean, it
But
would
that's
be.
gonna take too long.
Yeah, but like, okay, they're going for headshots and they're like back of the head. So sneaking up on them. Okay, let's mount it to a truck and just
pull
floor
up.
it. Just floor it.
But the road's super bumpy. Don't worry, they'll hear us coming.
This guy sounds like the worst
He's
manager.
dumb.
He's like Michael Scott energy, bro.
Yeah, he got the job and he did not have the qualifications.
Like there has to be, along with that movie, there has to be some kind of like mockumentary style show in Australia about this. Like I wonder all of like the media this produced. Like there's got to be some hilarious shit.
Right.
It like specific to Australia.
Also, by now, the birds were keeping to smaller groups.
Yeah.
Almost as though they
Tactics.
had a leader. In each pack, the soldiers observed a, quote, big black plumed bird,
No
which
shit.
stands fully 6 feet high and keeps watch while his mates carry out their work of destruction and warns them of our approach.
Yo.
This
That's a Jeff Goldblum moment of life.
finds a way.
Finds a way. Like, yeah, I mean, we don't know their communication or like how. We can only guess as to like how intelligent animals are, or how,
Dude.
or how complex their communication is between themselves. Like, we'll never really
If
know.
things
you know?
run in packs, they talk. Like
Yeah.
if things are in groups, then they communicate somehow.
And
also brains learn. So like you guys are pulled up on them so much, they're like, hey, we're gonna eat. You keep
Yeah.
watch. You can eat in a second. Like,
One of the emus was
fucked
like,
up.
maybe we should kind of spread,
all right, let's kind of get a little bit more
spread out a
diversity.
little bit, guys.
Whenever we get them together, they start
plenty
trying
of
to
land
shoot
here
us.
for everybody. It's
Right.
Australia, for God's sakes.
It's also, we could all be peaceful.
Meanwhile, in Parliament, members had been asking the Prime Minister, wasn't all of this just incredibly silly? The opposition called it a farce, and the press reported that the emus were more than holding their own in the war. Which I think
that's
we can all
embarrassing.
agree, the Minister of Defense officially declared the Emu War over, with only 300 birds dead. Turns out, what the farmers had now was an ally in Major Gwyneth Meredith, for he had been transformed by what he'd seen in the West.
He's got
Sitting
PTSD.
behind one could not imagine the horrors of the Emu War. The birds were nigh invulnerable and poised to bring Australia to the brink of agricultural catastrophe.
Bro.
They needed to be stopped.
I get the feeling Meredith was just trying to finesse money as much as he could out of wherever he could.
Dude, I
This
feel like
fool is not
Meredith
paying
saw
for
some
shit.
shit.
Yeah, I believe that too, but he's a politician.
Bro, one of these birds had to claw someone's guts out or something. Like, it feels like...
I guess there were no human casualties. I think they were just chilling, man. Maybe we should have just had
God.
if we just. I feel like it would have been cheaper to have a decoy farm and just leave food there for the emus. Like you guys go hang out over there.
It almost, they should have poisoned the water hole. Like,
You
I
know?
don't know if you want
Yeah,
fucking-
like that's what I'm saying. Like they were like, you guys wanted machine guns first.
Yeah, he's like, let's shoot him.
This was the first idea.
Pierce
Yeah.
agreed to redeploy Meredith and his men to the front lines in an attempt to bring an honorable end.
This
once
was remember we were looking. It was like first attempt.
Yeah.
So
oh,
holy
God.
shit. Oh my god.
It didn't work, and they went back at it with the same strategy. It looks like.
yeah.
too. Yeah.
His first day back, Meredith killed 40 emus.
Oh.
And
Yeah, look
by
at you.
December, he and his men were putting down 100 a week. Was there not a more humane method to cull the troublesome emus?
Shut up and eat it.
Perhaps,
Wow.
To which Pierce replied that he thought machine guns were pretty humane. On December 10th, 1932, they declared their mission accomplished. Meredith and his soldiers returned home in triumph, claiming to have killed 986 emus, with a further 2,500 mortally wounded.
Damn.
They're like, oh, that sounds like a lot. So that's got to be most of them, right? Like,
Well, you know.
so I was like, how many are left? 19,000.
1,000, maybe 18,
19,000.
give or take.
They've actually been fucking this whole time, so it's probably more than we
Right,
started
they're probably
with.
actually growing.
Probably more than we started with. Like, what? Yeah, this guy is a fucking politician through and through, bro. He's just,
My man said machine guns are
He-
humane.
just the wildest idea, gets people to fund it, even though everybody around him was like, that's probably not going to work.
The most embarrassing thing of all, that it wasn't enough.
It
The
didn't work.
emus returned time and time again.
Yeah,
to
I
Yeah,
was
they're
like,
just gonna
what?
keep fucking.
That's what I was waiting for. I was like, what are we celebrating?
Yeah.
You didn't even make a dent.
They're gonna keep fucking, and they're gonna keep getting smarter.
The farmer said, what if we just dropped bombs on them instead? You know, like from a plane. Again, a hard no.
Bro,
Unwarranted was the word they used.
they have a taste. These farmers have a taste for violence. They're like, come on,
clearly, like either
come
that or you know what?
on, let us rent the gun. One more afternoon, please.
It's because the land sucks already, and they don't want to have to till it and fix it. So they're like, just bomb it, so it's easier for me to fucking get under there.
Yeah, and the carcasses will fertilize the
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna eat some of
the
them.
desert soil.
So in the end, nobody got what they wanted. By supporting the Emu War, George Pierce had hoped to quell a secession movement in the state of Western Australia. But in 1933, the state went ahead and voted for it anyway, only to be told by the United Kingdom that secession was illegal. Shortly thereafter, Western Australia voted Pierce out of his sentence.
Damn.
And in
Yeah.
the towns of Campion and Waggalan withered up and died.
Damn.
Campion today is a ghost town. No wheat, no farmers, no soldiers, nothing.
No
Well,
emu?
except maybe you'll see an emu or two.
That's
A little
wild.
slower now.
They really took over the land.
One can only imagine. Pick around and find out. But don't worry.
Bro, they really won. They conquered the land.
I want
Move y'all out.
to go see those towns.
I do too.
I want to see what they look like. Hang
Oh
on.
my God.
What was it called?
Wagaloo and Campion?
Yeah, let's
Wow. Google Earth. Like, Jesus.
Campion.
Whoa.
Oh shit.
Dude. They really just like, they was like, pull up.
Oh, shit.
Pull up. Y'all was talking shit, voting in councils and all that shit. What? We here.
Okay, that's what they saw.
Fuck no.
That's gotta be like a few thousand here.
Dude, and all of them making that noise? Nah, fuck no.
Oh, shit.
It's like theme music. Like, they're really running up on you like...
Whoa, dude. Yeah,
That's terrifying. I didn't even think to look for pictures. Is that the Lewis? Go back. Black
Yeah.
and white. Holy fuck, what a big gun.
That's why the third guy was there.
Yeah, someone's got to hold this bitch.
Like, by the way, you're gonna be deaf.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to hear shit.
Yo, there's no way he's firing this off dude's shoulder. There's no
Madness,
way.
bro.
That guy is hardcore.
You're out of your
He's
fucking mind.
I'll hold it, don't worry.
Yeah, I got it.
I got it.
I can't hear out of my right ear anyway.
Okay, and then Wagaloo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Barren land.
This is the abandoned town.
Emu came and ripped everything out.
People used to live here.
Ghost towns. Wow, dude.
People used to have a life
It's considered a ghost town.
before the emus came.
As if the emus killed all the humans in it.
And here he is. This must be the guy.
Oh, when Australians lost to flightless birds. That is what they've connected you with. Wow.
This really puts it into perspective.
Yeah.
This, out of anything, puts it into perspective.
That's really insane.
It was a bit of a problem.
Oh, wow.
Or nor. Wow. Okay, well, that was the Great Emu War.
Damn.
And it's way crazier than I thought it was going to be.
Emus still
And,
run around to this day.
Yeah, turns out politics has just been wild the whole time. It's just
Especially in Australia.
just idiots running every part of history. That's all human life has been. Just idiots in power. So, okay, that was the Great Emu War,
It was
guys.
intense almost.
Let us know if you knew about it or if you learned something new today in the comments, and if there was some factoid that wasn't covered, we'd love to hear more about it. So let
Or
us,
any other wild historical news like this. Like, who knew, man?
yeah, I mean,
Next we're going to learn about the potato famine.
yeah, or the molasses flood that
Right.
took place in wherever. All right, guys, yeah, check out some of the other content on the channel, and we'll see you guys on the next one. See you.
Bye.